Many blessings I could brag on it. I've been through the fire, I could talk on it. And I heard it on the street that they got love for me.
Oh, show Baba. Na Baba go they make me come and swag on. Them they bad to me anytime.
Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Adeola Naomi from the blog distinguisheddiva.com, and welcome to the second episode of Life According to a Nigerian Greek Woman. And today's episode we will be discussing objectification of women and catcalling. Yes, I know, you're like, wow. So I hope you stick around and listen to this video, and I will not take much of your time. I will be very brief and I will be a bit of emotional, so I warned you right from the beginning. This is a disclaimer, and I would like you to remember everything I say in this video is my own personal experience, is my own personal informed opinion. So I would like you to just take my truth and give me your truth at the end of the video, and it's a dialogue. We said this in the very first video that this is a dialogue and this is a platform where I want you to say your story, to tell me your story while you listen to mine, and also give me your perspective about it. So let me tell you, so I will start right now, and I hope if you're interested then stick around till the end of the video, and if you're not interested in this kind of talk, then I hope you will be soon, because it's essential for us to talk about stuff like this. The first thing I want to tell you now, getting down into this conversation, is I do jot down some stuff in my head, at least mentally. I took some mental notes, and also that I have a book suggestion at the end. Oh no, I don't want you to see it yet. So most guys will understand when girls tell them what they feel and how they work every day. And I will also link down below, there are two videos that are very, very essential. One is by United Nations Women, and the other one is also by some journalists in Cairo who did a video about how women felt every day walking down the street of Cairo. And also there is one in New York that is done by, I don't remember her name, for SNL. So I will link those videos below so you guys can see it and also understand my own perspective. Objectification of women. I'm not going to define the term, and I believe that most of you know the term and most of you understand it. So I will just give you like a real life story of how I feel every day concerning what the media and what society has managed to like make the everyday man to be. I don't blame social media, I don't blame the mainstream media, I do not blame society. I just believe that there are some things that we do every day that are consequences of the conditioning we get through this information, and it is very essential for us to talk about stuff like this, because we want to live in a world where our daughters will not feel like they have to commit suicide, or they will not be depressed without talking to anybody about the situation they're going through in school or while walking to the grocery store every day. And so the first story that I wanted to share with you, it's a personal story, and I will tell you why I think that Athens as a city is a capital, is a European capital city, and I believe that you should feel safe, but not every woman walking down the street of Athens ever is safe, in the sense that mentally and emotionally you get violated every single day, you get harassed every single moment, and it's becoming a trend right now during all this crisis going on. It's always been like this, I believe, because I have been living here for the past 2 years, and I have been visiting Athens, even when I don't live in Athens, for the past like 8 years, back and forth just visiting. So I know that what I'm telling you is my own truth, and it's the truth about what I feel in Athens. So I live in downtown Athens. I used to live outside at the suburb, but because my work is in downtown Athens, and I really love I don't like commuting that much, because every city that I live, I've always been living at the suburb. When I lived in Munich, in London, Joanna and everything. And right now, moving to Athens for me means that I want to be in the capital. I want to be in the center where things happen, where my job is, where I don't need taxi and stuff. So cut the long story short, where I live is a very it's a very male-centric center. So every day I walk down my house, if I can count the men that I met every day, they're more than like 100 on an average. Every single day that I'm going out, that I'm going somewhere. So every day what happened is I go out of my house. This is a routine. I've got used to it, and I shouldn't be used to it, and that's why I'm doing this video, because me getting used to it means that I'm making this a norm for me, and it shouldn't be a norm for anybody. So I go out of my house, and the moment I step out of my building, walk down the street, there are people saying, psst, 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 come on, let me do this to you, let me do that to you. I'm going to like really protect you from the things that I hear every day, so I won't tell you like how they say it, but there are times that I might get into it. So every day I walk the street and a guy will tell me, baby, come, let me do this to you. Baby, baby, this is what I want to do with you. And practically these guys have no idea who I am. They don't know me. They have nothing than my visual presence. That's everything they see. And they believe that what they're doing, maybe it's complimentary, maybe it's nice. I don't know how they feel about it. But every time I walk down the street, this happens. And my work, I work as a woman empowerment advocate, and I work with migrant women, basically, specifically in Athens, teaching them about self-esteem, about self-discipline, and also self-worth, to understand that after everything they've been through, they're important in the society. They should be proud of who they are. They should take care of themselves. And I go out of my house feeling like, basically every day I have to build a wall around me just to protect me. Like I'm walking down the street of Athens with my head straight, with my eyes very expressionless. Like I have the syndrome, you know, the bitch face syndrome. Like, please don't talk to me. And that's not who I am. I'm a very nice person, if I can say so myself. Like I like smiling to people. This is what I like about Munich when I lived there. I like smiling to people, giving you some joy so that you will also translate that joy, because that's my yogic life has to do. Like I try to every day be smiley and nice. But the moment I'm walking out of my house, that's it. I'm not Mrs. Nice. I am Mrs. Bitch please, like the resting bitch syndrome on my face. And this is a thing, and my reaction to the way people treat me the moment I go outside my house. Or one day I will tell you a very good example that happened very recently. I went out, I was going to a fashion event. I was at so I'm wearing this very beautiful maxi dress, and it was really, I will tell you, like I'm being very sincere with you. So the dress was backless, but in front of the dress everything is covered, and you cannot even see me. Like I have to turn around for you to see my back. It was like business in the front, party in the back. So I'm walking down, and I called a cab before getting down from my house. I called a taxi, and the taxi was already downstairs. So I just walked like quickly with my heels, quickly got into the car, and that distance of me getting out of my building and taking the taxi, a guy called me and he told me very explicitly, honey, I want you to suck my, you know, and then I will do this and this and this to you. And I was like, oh my God, like, wow. But it still surprises me. That's very funny, because I've experienced this almost every day, but it still surprises me every single day I hear it. And I was like, wow. I just got into my cab, and I was very lucky because the cab driver is a woman, and I was telling her what happened, and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, honey. And I was like crying, because I'm like, why is this happening? Like I feel, oh my God, like why would you say stuff like that to me? I don't know you, and you just saw me getting from my building 2 steps to get the car, and this is what you tell me. And I'm like, wow. So I get over that. Like this is one thing that I always have to, like, I don't know, handle or get over it or just shove it down somewhere and just like pass. So every day I got through this attack, and I don't understand why really it's like normal for men to say this kind of disgusting things to women. They have no idea who they are. Like, you don't know me. You have no idea who I am. And the first thing you tell me is you want me to suck your... And then you want to do... I'm like, Jesus Christ, Lord, have mercy. And got into the car. And also, like, so I'm trying to be like, maybe understand why they think like this and why all of this is normal to them and why all of this is like okay? Because I have a discussion with my roommates who always understand, because my roommates always stay home and I'm always like working outside. So I will go out and every day I'll come back, I'll be crying to her. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. That's it. I'm not gonna go out anymore. And my roommate's like, oh my God, dear, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then I'll tell her what happened. She's like, oh dear, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you feel like this, and I'm sorry you have to go through this every single day. And we were discussing to try to understand. So she's an anthropologist, so we're trying to understand why this is a phenomenon and why it's getting so high and so normal right now. And what we observe is that the mainstream media is not being very helpful in this kind of situation. Like, you see the media, you see the way they portray women, you see the way they portray a woman's body. Like, everything in the media is telling you that the woman body belongs to a man and a man is entitled to it, and it's actually nice if a guy calls you like, baby, please do this to me. It's not nice. Like, that's not nice. Like, me walking down the streets and you doing like, what the hell, man? Why? Like, really, no. The one day, old guy is like 70. He's 70, yeah. Like, facially, I'm not sure about his age. I didn't ask for his password. But he told me, like, oh, baby, what I can do to you is merciless. And you keep going and going. I'm like, that's the day I'm like, I'm gonna talk. Like, I'm done being Mrs. Nice or Mrs. Bitch or whatever. And I turn around and I told him, like, do you have a granddaughter? And he's like, yes. I'm like, so I'm the age of your granddaughter, and I really hope all these things that you say you want to do to me, you go home and do it to your granddaughter. I know that's being very mean, but you know, guys, I'm done. Like, I'm like, I can't take it anymore, baby. Just give it to him straight. And he looks at me and he said, why do you say stuff like that? And I'm like, oh, really? You have no idea who I am, and you say stuff that you want to do to me, and I'm having to have, like, to say, okay, yeah, do it to me, or just ignore you? Like, if you say that to every single girl that passes, one of them is going to break, and one of them can be your own granddaughter. And he was like, I'm so sorry, and he walked away, and I walked away. But this is something I could tell that guy because I felt safe. Not safe, I felt that I'm in control. Like, I'm in a place where if anything happened, people will come and take care of it. But walking down the street of downtown Athens, I don't really feel like I have the power to say something, because I feel that if a guy, I have taken self-defense classes, yes, I am a yoga instructor, I am an ex-professional runner and athlete, but I still feel vulnerable that I cannot take care of myself with these guys. Like, if I say something, they might hit me. If I say something, even all of this, they might rape me. Like, I feel like that. I feel like they might rape me downtown Athens if I say stuff like that. And every time I feel that I have to be careful. So what is it going on with the body? Like, this thing is the most personal thing ever. My body is mine, personal. It's so precious that you telling me you want to do all of that is you violating me and harassing me, and nobody's doing anything about that, and that would be our normality, and that would be something that we're okay with. Why would we be okay with that? Or one day, actually, I came back home and I was crying and I couldn't control myself, because I was thinking that I have a 16-year-old sister who looks super mature. She's actually taller than I am. She's so mature. Like, the only thing you will know that she's 16 is when she talks to you. You're like, oh, okay, baby girl. But she is matured and she looks mature. She looks older than her age and everything. And the way, like, so growing up in the same house, my style influenced her. My mom's style, we got like influence in her style, and we wear a lot of like the same stuff, which is not a justification for guys to just hit on a 16-year-old girl. That's illegal in some country, I think in all countries. So I came back home, and the day the guy said some stuff to me, I'm not going to go explicitly into it, and I look at myself that I am okay because I can handle it. Emotionally, I can handle it. Mentally, I can handle it. And in any way, if anything happened, I can take care of myself some way or the other. At least that's what I tell myself, and that's what I'm trying to believe. But we will talk about this some other time, to seek help. Like, whenever you think like you're burning out mentally and emotionally, seek help. But we'll say this in another topic. So I was thinking that I can handle it, and I came back home. I was crying because think about my sister. Think about all those young girls. Like, I know my sister's friends, most of them, all the children that are like, at least here that I live in Greece, between age 14 to 16 and 17, they look so mature. Like, you think they're giving them something. Like, what are they feeding you guys? You look so huge and so big and so tall and everything. And about it, and it just pained me. It pained me that I don't want to live in this world where my daughter would go out and feel ashamed and feel horrible and harassed and violated every single day. Or my baby. Why is it a bad word? To want the same thing for you and me as human beings, and regardless of our race, of our privileges, of our gender, of our sexuality, is that still a very bad thing? Like, when is that a bad thing? Why is the word a bad thing? And I think that this book will also give you understanding of how men are oblivious, like totally oblivious to how women feel in everyday life, how we're treated, like from who will open the door for you, from the way you will pay your bills, from everything really. And I really hope that every young girl out there and every young adult woman that has been through this horrible catcalling and objectification of your body by men, I'm so sorry you have to go through this, and I really hope that you will raise your own daughters and your sons right to understand that a woman's body is to be respected and not adored, and not to be violated and harassed. And to the young girls, seriously, from heart to heart, as a sister to you, and to all of you, I count you as my sisters. This is where my sisterhood come in. I beg you, and I'm talking to my own birth sister, and I'm talking to my baby sister, and I'm talking to all of you. I beg you, if any time you feel like you cannot take this anymore, please talk to someone. Please find a person you trust. Find your mom if you trust your mom, which you should. And it's not actually a should or shouldn't. If you a friend, a mom, a doctor, a psychologist, a teacher, a friend, a family friend, somebody you know that will lead you right. It's all right. Cry. Like, talk to someone about this and cry. And don't feel like you have to protect yourself from talking to people and keeping all of this inside. It's a disservice to yourself to keep everything inside, like to be hurting and be in pain alone. If we all talk about this stuff, I believe that we will stop, and I believe that men will realize, because I don't believe that men are born to be brutal and horrible people. No, it's society's way of making them and conditioning them to do this. And I believe that by talking about it, we can all change it. and we can all make it better, and we can all live in a world where no girl will ever feel like her body is not hers. Whatever your body is, in whatever shape, in whatever color, in whatever you decide to do with it, whether it's piercing, whether it's a tattoo, whatever, whether it's you decide to wear black lipstick, I believe that it's yours and you can do whatever you want to do, and regardless of your clothing. Because I hate when people say, yeah, what were you wearing? What do you mean? You can wear, if you feel good in what you're wearing and you feel great about it, you shouldn't justify it to anyone. And whatever you're wearing, whether that's a long skirt, because I heard in France that a girl was thrown out of school because her skirt was too long. Oh my God, wow, 2016. Anyway, these are talks we'll talk about in other ways. So I believe that whatever you're wearing doesn't justify any harassment towards you, and I know that a lot of you also believe the same. So share this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to my opinion and taking it as slightly as possible, and taking it just like my own truth, and I'm waiting and expecting your truth down below in the comment, please. And thumbs up the video and share it to all young girls to encourage and tell them that they're beautiful, they're unique, they deserve to walk freely and proudly and confidently in this planet as anybody else. It's them to go and take, and girls get information. Love you all. Thank you so much. And I hope we will talk next month about another topic that you guys will like, or I also have a lot to say, so don't worry. Read Chimamanda. It's a great book. I actually will try and do a giveaway about this book in the next video. It's an amazing book. It's like every person that wants to understand and respects how women feel in society should have this. Every person. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and love you all. Take care of yourself, be safe, be happy, and raise your children and your family and the people around you. Just spread love around you, please. Love and respect. Love you all. Bye.
Many blessings, I could brag on it. I've been through the fire, I could talk on it. And I heard it on the street that they got love.